Something you should be checking on a yearly basis is the lint buildup inside your dryer vent. Fires have been caused by lint buildup. Lint is extremely flammable. We used to use lint, clothes lint from the dryer to start our fires when I was a Boy Scout. I bought one of these LintEaters. Comes with 2 brushes and 4 extension rods. Now I've already ran my brush down my tube here and it's cleaned out. That much lint was built up in there, plus what's on the filter. So this is extremely flammable. So I took the back off of my dryer and I find this built up in the lint trap tube. This is, right here is where the lint trap slides down into, and then the air goes through here. And you see the fan all plugged up. So don't just check your tube, also pull the back off. Make sure you unplug it before you do the maintenance on it. And it's recommended you do this on a yearly basis. This is the tube that the dryer hooks up to, and this goes outside to the dryer vent and blows the hot air out. You can see here how just packed it is. So you wonder why your clothes don't dry? This is the reason. Huge fire hazard, a huge waste of electricity, because I have to run my clothes about an hour and a half just to dry them. There's no lint in there, plenty of airflow. Now your clothes will actually dry. So to take this fan housing off, I've got to pop this whole thing apart, take this drum out, disconnect it, and it's fairly easy, but you have to tear this whole thing apart just to get down to that fan. You can see all the fuzz and lint in the bottom here. Got the drum out. You can check your belt. This is an easy way to check to see if your belt's worn out or got any frays in it. All of this stuff, all this maintenance, you can do yourself. You don't need to have the Maytag man come in here and charge you $150 an hour. So I cleaned off all the lint, but there's really not much to these dryers. There's the motor, the rollers, a belt tensioner that sits like this right here, keeps the belt tight, and a drum. Here's the exhaust vent, there's the heat vent. May of 1998 is when this was bought. You can see there's bubble gum stuck to the inside of this drum. I've cleaned this with dish soap, maybe about a tablespoon, and then fill the rest of the bottle up with vinegar, up to the 1 part vinegar, 1 part water. Fill the rest up with water, and that's a great mixture for cleaning and dusting. I use this to clean everything. This is just like a little cloth or felt filter that goes around here where the drum runs on. I guess it's made out of felt or something, but you can see here where I vacuumed it, and then you can see here where 16 years of built up. These rollers don't have ball bearings on them, they're just steel bushings riding on a steel shaft. So I'm going to lube them up with some silicone. Doesn't take a lot, just to make sure they're lubed up, because it's probably been 16 years since this thing's been maintained. Wipe up the excess. And also on this belt tensioner, you can see that it doesn't spin all that well. To break this fan loose, you have to put 2 wrenches, one on your motor and one on the fan, and then turn the motor clockwise like that to loosen the fan, because the fan is counter threaded. It's reverse threaded. You see the years of buildup in this. You can see how much buildup occurs on your dryer. And this is why your dryer stops drying. You can't push any air. And I would recommend taking out your thermostat and your thermal fuse, checking them, cleaning them. This is your thermal fuse, so if your dryer doesn't start, this should be the first thing that you check. And you probably check this with an ohm meter. If it's open, it's probably blown out. This is a 150 degree thermostat. It controls your temperature. Using some acetone and an old sock to take this weather stripping adhesive off of the blower vent. You see my blower is all cleaned. The inside of this is spotless and shiny. Now I'm going to replace the seal with this weather stripping. I'm just taking this old foam seal off. It's all deteriorated and nasty. Now I have all the old adhesive taken off. So I pulled the motor out of the dryer and you can see a bunch of dust and dirt in there. This is an old brush from an aquarium for the filter tubing. I'm going to go in here and get as much lint out as I can with the brush and the vacuum. So I've got everything back together again. The drum rotates. See if we get hot air. Well, it runs. There's hot air coming out. Got everything back together. So we know it works. Now tomorrow I'll have to take care of this little mess here. So what I'm doing here is soaking my lint screen, because this thing was, you can see that it's pretty clogged up with 16 years of dryer sheet buildup on there. But this is just water and about half a gallon of vinegar. Been soaking in here for a couple hours now. Took a brush and scrubbed this filter. You can see by the water how nasty it is. So with the LintEater kit, you get this adapter screen that goes over part of your tube. You have your vacuum attached at the other end, and you have your dryer turned on with no heat, blowing air out. So just in case lint falls down, it doesn't go back into your dryer. All kinds of junk built up in there. So I had to take my pocket knife and go around here to get all the stucco out of the way. But now this little adapter that comes with your kit, your LintEater kit, has a shop vac adapter. So the whole thing goes in here like that. Stick your vacuum cleaner in there and hopefully not make a huge mess. I'm going to go turn on the dryer onto the fluff cycle. So I've got my dryer on the fluff cycle. No hot air coming out. You don't want this airtight anyway, so that the air can come out. Now turn on your shop vac. Might run it through here a couple more times just to get any lint and remnants out of there. It filled half the 5-gallon bucket. So something you should check at least every other year, if not yearly, is your ducting. I bought one of these dryer vent heat keepers and installed it in line. So in the winter, when it's 32 below zero here, and you can crank that vent open. And in the summer, redirect it outside.